to check with you. Do you want the sessions to be recorded? Oh, recorded
Yes,
already.
I will be record the session.
My goodness, you
Yes.
are fast, man.
Yeah.
Um, Let me quickly do the screen sharing. One moment.
Okay.
A quick chat, yeah. Ali, would you be able to see my screen sharing right now? That will be
Yes.
my PowerPoint slides, which is the Cultivating Excellence Strategies for Publishing in Top Tier Journals.
Yes. I can
All
see.
right, all right, all right.
All right.
Uh, Thank you. First of all, thank you so much to Ali Imran for organizing these sessions from Teaching and Learning Department. And also a very good morning to all of you. Good morning, Saravanan from Penang, right? From the Penang campus.
Yes,
And
I'm from Penang.
good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning
Good
to you.
morning, William.
And yes, good morning to you. And also fellow colleagues from UOW Malaysia. Today, what I've prepared these sessions would be more engaging, more interactive in the way that I'll be asking questions. And I do hope that you guys could join me in these particular discussions. Yeah. So I've actually redo the slides in which that it will be less one-way communications. It will be more on two-ways discussion format, so that both of you and also me, we can also learn together. Without further ado, I'll just move on. What do you actually expect? Well, yeah, talking about publications and the journey itself, what I can share, which is on the publisher perspective, and also from the experience that I have joining from the conferences, the webinars that we should organize, and so on and so. So for today, I will be talking mainly on the publishing perspective, the overview of it, how to actually select the journal, and to actually go through some of the chapters of the manuscript, what to take note for the manuscript itself, where to actually submit the desk review, and how can we improve on the desk review, the revision of that, and along these particular webinar sessions, feel free to put your questions on the chat. If not, we can do a Q&A at the end of it. Great to meet all of you. We have about 10 of us over here. So just wanted to get a sense of our participants, our fellow friends. I'll just call friends this morning. Over here, I can see there's a few participants that are academics. Example, Dr. Asrin and also Dr. Chiam by the title that you put on the Microsoft Teams. So perhaps both of you are from the senior career itself. Anyone which is from the early career. Early career simply means the postgraduate students, or many postgraduate students, or you are still studying. While for the mid-career, probably have passed your Viva, or you may have 2 to 3 or even below 10 publications, and so and so. Anyone so far? Saravanan is 2. Wow. Saravanan, 1 and 2. Wow, interesting. So perhaps it's a student, yeah. Cheng probably is still PhD students, but have already published before. Probably that means by that. All right. Yeah, right. So about 3 weeks ago, we for the Emerald team, we attended one of the conference by the title of International Conference on Responsible Tourism and Hospitality. In the short name, it's called ICRTH, which was held in Kuching, Sarawak. In that particular conference, Emerald team, we actually organized a pre-conference workshop, and in the pre-conference workshop itself, we divided the workshop participants into 3 groups. And the groups are exactly as this. The first group, which is the early career. where the students from the master or the PhD, or they feel that they would like to further their study, but they have not started their PhD journey yet. So they are all are invited into the early career group. We have the second group, which is called the mid-career, those that um, are already lecturers, or they probably have just graduated, probably at the early stage of being the lecturer itself, or they just not confident enough to be called senior career yet. So they join the mid-career. A number of them actually join this particular group here called the mid-career. And we also have the last one, senior career group. Senior career group, which is lecturers or the researchers that have been publishing more than 10 and above, and they are well versed with the research topic, research idea, publication journey, the revisions. The reason why I put these three particular group is that every of the group have their own different objective, different learning, and also different questions. During the pre-bookshop, we are honored to have Professor Mariana Sigala from Australia, Professor Joseph Chia, also from Australia, and Dr. Aaron Tam, also from Australia, three of them, that rotates and attend, yeah, providing their advice and their coaching to this different group itself. So yeah, so this is just to introduction. Just wanted to say to for me, great to meet you all. I understand that there could be a different learning point, different questions from different people and different group. I hope we can treat this as a discussion format, and I do welcome any questions from the early career, mid career, and even for senior career as well. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's just a quick introductions into it. Um, um, I think today's group is a bit um, um, close grouped. Um, uh, Normally, I would like to hear from you if there is any one objective of the reason why you are attending today sessions here. So if you like to put in your thoughts why you want to join these sessions, you can put it in the chat. But because this is quite a small group, probably I would move on to the next one. Yeah, but if you would really wanted to know uh, tips, tricks, or your objective of attending today's sessions, I hope I can address that in this, since we have a small group. Um, a little bit of promotion about Emerald before I go into the main objective of searching for the right journal. Yeah. So publishing with Emerald, do you know how much in terms of the APC? Yeah, how much do you need to pay to publish with Emerald? It can be from the publication fees, it can be from the submission fees, and so on. So how much do you think that you need to pay to publish with Emerald? Well, this question is a bit, I'm actually quite embarrassed to also say that this a bit, um, it's free. Yes, yes, yes. It's a bit promotional questions to also promote about Emerald too. I hope you can bear with me on this, yeah. So yes, thank you, sir. Um, Emerald do not charge any submission fee. They are a few. Quite a number, especially on the top tier journal, from the top publishers, yeah, Elsevier's, as an example, they do have this called the submission fee. So submission fee and publication fee is different. Yeah, just to get you noted on that. Mainly submission fees um, are quite it's not expensive. Probably submission fees is between about 200, $150, 200 US dollar, probably 300 US dollars, somewhere around there. Yeah. Oh, right. So that is a submission fees, and submission fee is one way. So once you have paid for the submission fees, you don't normally get the refund back for the submission fees. Another one, which is the publication fees. Publication fee simply means that once you have submitted your manuscript, and good enough, lucky enough, your article, your manuscript has been accepted, yeah, for peer review, and you have also passed the revisions and accepted to publications. That is actually where the publisher will be asking you, do you like your article to be in open access article? If it's yes, then you need to pay an APC. So in Amoro, it is an optional, as I have written over here, it is an optional option considerations for you if you like your article um, to be in an open access article in Amoro Journal. You may, you may consider to pay a PC of sterling pound 2,870, which is very expensive. US dollar 3,874, yeah, US dollar itself. So converted into ringgit Malaysia, that would be berapa tu? 14 16 between that lah, 14K, 16K ringgit Malaysia. So as I said, it's an optional. You do not it's not a mandatory thing in Amoro, and we do not charges into this. Over here, normally you'll be hearing from William to say that if you have the pocket money or if you have the research grant, you can go for this, the open access. But I would personally suggest you to consider to use the research grant or use your pocket money um, in the proofreading services. Use it in your proofread. Send it to the proofreader. This is something, a consideration where to improve the writing of your manuscript, the quality of your manuscript itself. So if you have the pocket money, if you have the research grant, use it in the proofreading. If you still have extra, pocket money or research grant into it, I am strongly advise you to join workshops and conferences out there. I think this year is a year that there are so many conferences, physical and hybrid conferences alike. Yeah. So last week, the one of the biggest conference ever, which is the PLS conference, that was hosted in Sunway University. So yeah, so join these conferences, listens to the keynote speech, listens to their experience and the new trends, the new strategies, new techniques that can be learned out there. Can join the parallel sessions if you have the time. Be a presenter yourself, present your paper in the conference, get insights, get comment, yeah, get the revisions, the advice from the viral chair itself. So that is really helpful. So yeah, so this is just to let you know about the publishing. So publish with Emerald is free. If you have the pocket money or research grant, you may consider to publish as open access. If not, if you have a limited funding into it, I would personally suggest you to consider apa tu um the proofreading, yes, the proofreading services, and also to join the conferences. Thank you so Woo Xiong. John, because when I ask friends and colleagues, mostly not getting helpful answer. Right. Thank you for that. If you need any answers or if you have any questions, please put that into the chat. Probably when times comes until the site itself, I will then get to your questions. Right. As I was saying, this year there are a lot of conferences. I have been attending conferences back to back almost every week. I will be flying to Kuching to attend the UNIMAS Faculty of Business Economics conference next week. So learning from the recent conferences, one of the very interesting point, which I really hope if you can, put in your comments in the chat, or if you want to voice out, that would be great as well. This slide is actually from Professor Mariana Sigala. She is the editor for one of the Elsevier journal, and she's also editor in chief for Emerald Journal as well. She's also a very well-known researchers, great researchers in the tourisms and on the service quality. Yeah. So being an editor, she has been receiving a lot of submissions to her journal, and one of the the rejections, email. So when we send our manuscripts to the journal, in the bad news situations, you probably will receive something, like this, an email that says that, thank you for your submissions, but your paper is out of scope of the journal of blah 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 blah. Probably it will be written, some advice, or it will also redirect the manuscripts to another journal. But normally this this rejection email content is a standard email content, yeah. And most of us, you probably would understand, but how clear is the um, uh, rejections email itself? So this is what Professor Marisika talking about. This is a typical rejection email, but not very understandable paper feedback given to the manuscript itself. Yeah. So this is a very typical one. So over here, so what do we know about this email? Number one, we know that your manuscript has been rejected. Number two, by the email, we know that is the rejections is because your manuscript is out of the scope of the journal itself. But is it all to it? So this is actually where I would, in the physical workshop sessions, probably I will be pointing the mic to the participants. Yeah, but yeah, is it all to these rejections? Is it all to these rejections? Perhaps any faculty members that you have published before, what could be other possible rejections than just out of scope of the journal? And anyone would like to share that? So yep, I'll move on. So right, so it's not just about scopes or aim and scope of the journal itself. There are a lot of reasons behind into it. Most of the editor, they do not spend a lot of time in reading the manuscript. I think majority of them probably will spend 1 to 2 minutes, less than 5 minutes, perhaps less than 5 minutes, uh, in reading the title of your manuscript, the abstract of your manuscript, and these two are enough for the editor-in-chief to basically understand your content of your manuscript itself, and is it suitable or not. So it could be scope of the journal, it could be the title of your manuscript is not attractive enough. It is not the new thing. There is no originality in the title of your paper. Yeah, in the abstract, probably they can read, they can understand from the abstract that the statements, or the problem of your research is not strong enough, it's not is not important enough uh, to provide theoretical contributions or to provide social contributions out there. Or probably your methods are not rigorous enough or are not well explained enough, yeah, in your abstract for them to be convinced that your abstract is or your paper is good enough for them to read the whole manuscript. So most of the times, editors, even me, I'm not editor, but we do attend a lot of conferences, and we also play a role to select the best paper. For me, title, abstracts, and the discussions chapter is the one that I will be reading. From the title, from the abstracts, that will give me an idea. Does your research, does your paper has any significant contributions? Is there any value of your research, or it's just purely for graduates, only for just a basic research level? So yeah, so that is just to give you an idea. So it is not just about aim and scope of the journal, but is the theoretical contributions, the originality value. Yeah, if you do not have a strong theoretical contributions, how about social contributions? So can your research apply to the SDGs, SDG goals, any of the SDG goals out there? Does your paper able to provide advices, yeah, to the policy makers out there? So these are the values of the research. So right, I think I explained that too much. Um, Routes to publications. This does not apply in Emerald. This applies across all the publishers, but in a general rule of thumb, allow William to use Emerald as example. So using Emerald as example, you can have probably up to three scholarly venue or options to publish your research, your paper, or your work itself. In Emerald, you can select Emerald Journal to publish your research paper. So I am very happy or glad to share with you more than 95% of Emerald journals are indexed in Scopus, and more than 30% are in Scopus Q1, or rather say more than 85%, yeah, more than 85% of Emerald journal are in Scopus Q1 and Q2. Q1 and Q2. So Emerald journals have a very high indexing standards. So hopefully that would give you a confidence level, to choose an Emerald journal. So in terms of the Web of Science, example SSCI or ESCI index here, more than 70% right now is actually in ESCI at least, probably more than 85% are actually in both ESCI and SSCI index. So the one that I covered in the earlier one, when I'm talking about publications, publishing in Emerald is free. You do not need to pay. Yeah, you do not need to pay any submission fee or publication fees in Emerald Journal. I think there's a typo here, but if you have the pocket money, as I mentioned earlier, you probably can consider to pay 2,800 2,800 and 70 sterling pound, yeah, sterling pound to publish an open access article. Again, this is optional. Um, for academics, for faculty members, these few months I have been asked a lot of questions regarding publishing a book. We probably will be organizing one webinar on how to publish a book in Emerald. Yeah. So publish a book in Emerald is free. You do not need to pay to publish a book in Amoro. Book that published in Amoro, specifically the research book, will be sent to Scopus and to be indexed in Scopus as well. As I said, you do not need to pay, but again, for some conference goer, for conference committee, if you're one of the conference committee or if you're conference chair, you probably would like to explore the idea to publish a proceeding, conference proceeding in Emerald. So one of the way is to have the book in the open access book. So open access book would allow um, the conference to publish their proceedings in a book chapter format. You can even have the conference title as a book title. You can even put the logo of the university or the logo of the conference on the book title itself. But it comes with a fees. Yeah, obviously it comes with a fees. So for short form book between about 40,000 to 50,000 words, that is about £6,000. While for a manuscript, for a monoscript, for a long form book, about 100,000 words, so that is around about £9,000 to publish a open access book. Teaching cases has been widely used in a lot in the business schools, business faculty, in the master and also in the PhD students. Teaching cases are used so that students can learn about analytical thinking, about decision making, about the real issues that happen in the world and how can we um, solve the issues by referring to the theory, to the lessons that we learned in our master and PhD classes. So if you are a teaching case writer, so Emerald will also have the Scopus Index and is free to publish in the teaching cases. Currently, UOW Malaysia has access to the journal and also the past teaching cases. So if there's to learn about how to access to the annual contents in UOW Malaysia, please feel free to ask our friendly librarian in UOW. They will be able to help you to guide you on how to access to the Emerald contents in the journal, books, and also in teaching cases. If I may, just to go into here, I think um, this is a very frequent asked questions when we organize a webinar or when we organize a workshop. Yeah, how to select a right journal instead of asking William or asking the invited presenter, William, how do you, where can we publish? William, I have this manuscript. Which journal in Emerald that's suitable for it? Instead of asking us, let me turn the questions and ask the participants. Dear participants, how do you select the right journal for your work? Yeah, for your work, for your research and things like that. How do you select the journal? Normally, I will be asking this again. I will be passing the mic around to the audience. I'm not sure whether would anyone in the group here would like to share how do you find the correct journal, the right journal for you to publish your work, publish your manuscript. Anyone would like to share via voice or via chat itself?
William Saranan here from Penang campus.
Yes, good morning, sir. I love to hear from
Morning.
you.
Normally, I will go to the list of the journals under the Emerald, and then
Uh,
since I'm the marketing scholar,
right,
so I will just look into it and then see what is actually match, and then look into the what they call it, the general requirements lah, and the
right.
title, actually the
The
author guidelines.
titles.
Author
Right.
guidelines there, they will mention about the title. I mean, some of the title. So I will
Mm.
check it out whether it's matching with my what they call my manuscript.
Wow. Thank you. I First of all, I'd like to say thank you because you mentioned Emerald Journal. You go to check the Emerald Journal itself. Yeah, and this is actually one of the way to actually look into it. Go direct to the journal. Look at the journal aim and scopes. Understand the journal aim and scopes, and probably the past articles, past paper, and then and see whether does your manuscript reflect, yeah, or suitable to their particular journal. If I may, Dr. Saravanan or Sir Saravanan itself, I will use your example to show you, how normally we can do that. Wow, top 1% UEC Global. Congratulations on UW Malaysia. Yeah. So this is the Emerald database. From here, probably you can search via example, you were saying the marketing, or let's say consumer behavior. Yeah. Consumer behavior, intention to buy. These are behavior. How to spell behavior, blah. My goodness. Probably wrong, yeah? Yeah, probably wrong. Consumer behavior. Oh, here we go, behavior. So probably you can type that and do a search, and you can see some of these articles. Allow me to log in first. I'll log into my own account. And again, consumer behavior. Yeah, OUR. From here itself, you can see these are some of the articles. There are some content for subscriptions. They are also open access as well. So example, I just bring two, just a quick example. And you can see one of the journals that talk about price value trade-off, consumer behavior, and also marketing strategy. And this article was published quite some time ago, 2019, and it was in the Journal of Product and Brand Management. So if you have something similar between, if your research is something similar on the product, the branding, on marketing strategy. So this one of the journal that you would like to probably give it a try or to understand more. From here, you can click on this particular journal. That will brings you to the journal. We call it the content, right? Content page. This will give you a record of previous volume and the previous issues or upcoming issues as well. And over here, there is the about the journal. So Professor Cleopatra, we had her a webinar last year, talking about product and branding. She is a big name in the branding itself. Prof. Cleopatra. She don't like people call her professor. She prefer people calling her by the name. So and yep, she's a big name. Even CV, she's very particular. If you were to send a CV to her, she's really look at the CV, the format, the formattings, how you position yourself in your CV. She's very particular on the branding, personal branding, and all sorts of branding. So yeah, so from here you can go into the journal overview. You can see it says that it advances, ChatPBM advances the theoretical aspect and also the managerial knowledge of any products and brands. From here, you can read more about the aim and scopes to understand that better. Some journal even have the point form format for you to understand. For me, I would suggest you to scroll down a little bit, and from here you can see the latest articles published in the recent month, current month or the recent month. So these are the three of them, and these are the two that I would like you, if you have log or if you have identified, this is a journal that you wanted to target. I always advise, do read a few articles from this particular journal, not necessarily from Amoro. Every journal is the same. Elsevier, Taylor and Francis, Wiley, Sage. So if you have identified this is a journal for your research, for your work itself, do read a few, especially top download and also top cited. So over here you can see an example from Emerald Journal. So this is the top downloaded articles in the last 12 months, according to the cross-reference. Cross-reference for the citations. So for the top downloaded article in the last 12 months itself. So these are the articles that attract readership. There are many things we can learn from top downloaded articles. We can learn about how they frame their title. Title is very, very important. I cannot stress, um, you know, so much about the title. The importance of title. Do spend time to think about how to structure your title to be catchy, and also it reflects the work of your research and also the importance of your research itself. So the title is really, really important. So this is the top downloaded articles. There are also keywords. If you were to go into the article itself, you probably will notice they are 5, 6, 7, or even 8 keywords that being used in the article. Keywords is also important. Keyword is the one that would drive people or traffic into your article. When people do a search, so we hope that your articles will appear in the Google Scholar, will appear in the Emerald websites or any other discovery platforms itself by typing or by entering the keyword of your article. So select the correct keyword. You can have a very general keyword, but do also look into keywords that have uniqueness to your article itself. As I said, top cited. So similarly with the top download, why do you need to read about top cited? Apart from having a good title, apart from having a reference on how to write a good title, on how to write good keywords, good abstract, why do you need to read top cited article? Because probably these are the articles that you might be used in your reference or in your citations. Referencing and citations. Yes, you can cite 10 years ago paper, 5 years ago paper, but a lot of journal nowadays would focus more recent articles, would prefer the manuscripts to have more recent articles as their referencings or as their citations. So if you were to refer to the top cited in the last 12 months, and if some of these would be able to provide um, um, uh, support referencings or discussions point to your manuscript itself, this would be something for you to look into. Hence, so just wanted to give examples to Sir Saravanan on searching that. You can go into the Emerald database. Once you look into some of the articles, you can go to the journal. From that particular journal, where is the particular? So from that particular journal, over here. So from that particular journal, you can then understand the journal aim and the scope, the top downloaded articles and also top cited articles, in hope that you can learn how to improve title, abstract, citations, referencings, and these are these small little things that can help to improve your manuscript. So this is something just to elaborate that on. So I go back to my slide. So there are many ways, many ways to select a journal, and as a matter of fact, recently in a few conferences and also in the keynote itself, when there's a questions asking about the keynote speaker or the panelists, how to select the correct journal or the right journal in the conference itself, I'm so surprised in a way that the panelist mentions it is a investment decisions. Amaro, we have been using this word investment decisions, but you don't probably hear that a lot from other people. So recently I come across to a keynote speaker where she mentions about finding the right journal is a decision, is an investment, because you not only you have invested your time, probably you also have to invest some pocket money to improve the writing, the quality of the writing itself, or probably you will need to buy data if you are from the finance for economic. um, we just came back from MFA conference last 2 days ago in Bangi Hotel Resort. So the the Malaysian Finance Association International Conference MFAIC, and some of the panelists, they talk about investment, and you would probably need to buy data, for your research, especially if you are from the finance. From the marketing, perhaps normally we would go for quality or quantity to get our own data, but different disciplinary or different subject area will have their different way to procure their data itself. So it's not just about time investment, money, financial investments, and also your mental health being. How many of us wanted to really submit and resubmit and resubmit to different journal, different journal, and different journal? The toll, the stress toll on your mental itself, I think I do need to stress that. I think you have that stress more than me. So this is to do that. So how to some of the way to look into the journal itself, go into journal aim and scopes. Each journal would have a different readerships. So understand your research paper and who will likely read your paper. Don't tell William, anybody can read my paper. Uh, yes, but no, in a practical way. There is no paper that can be so general. Everybody from old to young, from foundations to PhD, can read a paper. So really understands who are your readerships, and does that targeted journal accept the national level, or would they really want an international focus? To give example, a lot of publisher journal, example Emerald or Elsevier's, would prefer the content of the research in an international context area. Even though the data is coming from Klang Valley, coming from Kuala Lumpur, coming from Kuching, but how do you address the importance of your research? That is actually the way that you can structure, the way that you can write, the way that you can frame your research statements, objective, hypothesis, and what kind of readers would read. Is it readers from Klang Valley? Is it reader from Kuching? Or is it reader from other university around the world? So this is how you really want to position your manuscript. There are also others technical issues or technical considerations that you may want to consider. Does this journal accept systematic literature review? Does this journal accept qualitative only, or would they accept quali? Or this journal are generous enough to accept the mixed methods, mixed methods as well. So does this journal accept white paper, policy brief, so and so, so and so, so and so. So this I do not even know Emerald Journal, which journal accept which one. So all these informations normally is available in the journal homepage, as I shown earlier. If the journal homepage does not mention clearly on the type of paper, I would advise you before email to the editor-in-chief, do read the previous article, go through the previous issues or the volumes, look into previous paper that interest to you or in your similarity topics area, and see, oh, is there any SLR? Is there any mixed method that we introduce? Yeah. Is there any case study that we introduced into it? So before go to the shortcut and email to editor-in-chief, I would, advise you to do just a easy homework. Go into the database, check the previous paper that published, and see for yourself. Do some research, do some homework before really asking the editor-in-chief. Not all editor-in-chief will reply to the email, unfortunately, and not all editor-in-chief would be happy to answer that questions. Imagine you are the editor-in-chief, and you probably will get a lot of email that saying that, dear editor, do you accept SLR in your journal? If I am the editor-in-chief, I think 99% I will ignore the email. I will just throw the email away. That's just reflect, just reflect to me that you send the email to me and asking me that without doing a proper homework to understand my journal. Why do I even want to spend my time and my my energy to answer you on that. So now do understands all these things. So I think all in all that would be that. I've mentioned quite a number of things. Some of the examples of selecting the right journal or the correct journals. You have been hearing this. This is just a summary of that. Read articles, past articles. Read more articles during your literature review. And you probably would find that a few of the journal may appear most of the times during a literature review, and that few journals that have been repeated in your literature review, probably it is going to be your shortlisted journal that you want to target. So this is the one that normally people would like to target that. Some are very focused. They know that they just wanted to go with Scopus Q1. They just wanted to publish in SSI journal only. So they would then go into the Scopus database. They will go into the business category. And then from the business category, they will check, the number one journal, the number two journal, the number three journal. This is the three journals that I will target. I go into JCR. I go into private analytics, and goes same thing, goes into the subjects category. Then from there I will target the top journals and so and so. But however, do take note, top journals out there are how should I say, bagaikan, it is almost, it is almost called the God journal out there. God, Tuhan, God journal out there. All the top professors, all the top names out there are also submitting to the top 1, 2, 3, or even top 5 journals. So you really wants to know your gameplay. Do you have high chance? Do you have the chances, to really compete with the others top researchers out there? But yes, these are some of the ways to really look for the particular journal. The one that have always been undermined ataupun have not been mentioned enough is special issues. Special issues is very interesting. It has all the time frame. It will tells you when this special issue is opened, when this special issue is closed, when the guest editor will inform, will tells you the answer for the desk accept or desk reject, how long it will get to review, how long it will tell when it will tells you the acceptance, and which month or the year that these special issues will be featured in the journal itself. So special issues. If you're wondering where to find special issues, allow me to just come back to here. So over here, if you come into the journal, right? So if you were to go into publish with us here, and under this is our journal finder, you can also click on here, or else you can go direct to the call for paper right here. Right. So once you click on call for paper, you can see these are the special issues or call for paper from different journal. So this is call for special issues. So example, any education faculty members here, anyone in the education faculty. So if you think that you would like to create your own special issue, be the guest editor yourself. So you can look for this call for special issues proposal. Call for special issues proposal for the Journal of Multicultural Education itself. So this is the journal that is calling for any ideas, any new trends in the scope of multicultural education. Some journal, example, International Journal of Climate Change Strategies and Management, Scopus Q1 SSCI journal, very top journal in the climate change strategies. And this journal also focus on agriculture, agriculture. Most articles are in the agriculture. So these special issues focuses on the adaptive agriculture, leveraging artificial intelligence AI, and biodiversity for the resilient farming systems under the climate stress. So you find this is the special issues title, and you will also know that this special issues is published in this particular journal, and who are the guest editor. From here, if you were to click in to this particular journal, taking this journal taking this special issue as example. So again, you will see the title of special issues. It will tells you that these special issues will close by May 2025, 31st of May 2025 itself, and who are the guest editor. So there are two guest editor. If you think that you have clarifications to check with the guest editor in Emerald, you can actually click on the name that will actually brings you to the email. You can email to the guest editor directly. Yeah, so you can email to them by just simply click on the name here. So special issue, of course, will have the introductions. You can read into it. It will also provide you the topic of areas, the scope of where this special issues is focusing about, where do you submit the special issues to, and these are some of the key deadlines. So it is opening 30th September this month. Example, it will be closed about 6, 7, no, more than that, 7 months, 7 or 8 months. It will close by May next year. And for any of the email for questions, not for submissions, probably for questions, you can email to the one of the guest editor. I think this email would brings you to one of the guest editors over here. Yeah. So this will give you an idea of the special issues. So special issues is very is how should I say that, is trendy most of the time, normally referring to the hot topic, and it also have a time frame for both author and guest editor and the journal to know when is submissions, when is the deadline to close, and when it will be published. So for published, it did not mention here. I think probably because it's still very early stage, but in some special issues, you may find that it will also include the date for the acceptance and the date or the estimated date or time when this paper will be published too. All right. So that is that. The special issues. Established and reputable publisher. This is quite how should I say, personal in the choice. We, of course, I'm from Emerald. I would say, publish with Emerald. Emerald is established. Emerald is also a reputable publisher. Yeah. So, but a lot, you may find that there's a lot of publishers out there that is aiming for your publication money. So instead of really focuses on the scholar research itself, of course, the business model for these publishers would welcome the submissions fees or welcome the publication fees in which it will fund. Yeah, this is actually where they will actually make money. So yeah, do look into established and reputable publisher out there. Like Sir Saravanan said, read and understand the journal aim and the scopes, and also the author guidelines, the formattings, what is the number of words allowed in this particular journal, what styles is used, APA or Harvard style for their referencing, dan sebagainya. All right. As I said that, read the journals, top downloaded and the top cited. Hopefully this will give you, an idea how to improve the title, the abstract, and if some of these are able to help you in terms of the referencing or in the citations, this will hopefully this can actually help you on that particular itself. Right. That is so far before I go into more technical. And any questions? Oh, sorry, there's one from Saravanan. I just saw that. Um, uh, any questions from the participants so far, so that I can drink water or waiting you guys to shout out and sing like that. Saravanan, your question is Sir Saravanan, your question is, what's the difference between normal publishing and special issue publishing? Will special issues be underrated? Oh no. Good questions. Normal publishing and special issue publishings in terms of the review, in terms of the submissions in Emerald, it is 100% the same. It has to go through Scholar One manuscript. You have to go through the double-blind peer review process. It has to go through at least 2 peer reviewers. So all these are similar. The difference would be one of the issue in the journal would be transformed into a special issues. If I may, I'll just come back here to the Journal of Product and Brand Management. Over here, you can see that currently in 2024, this journal is at volume 33. Simply means that it has been operated 33 years. And this year itself, they have already 6 issues published. Yeah, is that correct? So that is very on the surface information. Probably you will come across to a italic title or a sentence over here, and this normally refers to the special issues. So simply means that in the issue number 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, these are the normal submissions. So the normal submissions to this journal itself will go to either one of these issue 1 to 6 to 7 or to 8. But on issue number 4 in specifics, issue number 4s are only caters for the special issues, which is the 30 years of brand relationship research, which is very good. So this is special issues. You may find that the special issues normally will start with the guest editorial note. So by Cleopatra, She's the guest editor herself for these special issues, and then every of these article under these special issues is submitted to this particular special issues. There is no difference in terms of the quality, in terms of the process. In terms of the reviewers are very similar. But the editor in chief would then get extra help from the guest editor. So the guest editor will help the editor in chief in terms of the desk review, in terms of the peer review, in terms of highlighting which paper, suggesting which best paper to the editor in chief before she or he or other people will be him for her to select to make the last decisions to accept which paper from which paper dan sebagainya. So hope I understand that. Hope I explained that understandable. What am I talking about? Hope I should explain that. No worries. Any questions from the other peoples around in the chat? So far, I think that would be okay. The next few will be quite technical. The next few will be very technical. In fact, probably we will get asleep for the next few one, yeah. So just go straight into the writing which is referring to the manuscript. Probably we can hope to have a discussions. If you disagree or if you have a better way to do that, do let me know. And let's start with the manuscripts overview. What does editors look for? What does reviewer is looking for in your manuscript, in our manuscript, in the paper that they receive and they read. First and foremost, and unfortunately, this is the one that always been reiterate originality. What is the original knowledge, original value of your research? Originality is the one that always has been focusing about. Originality, not only talking about new theory or new techniques, that are the top people. Top people, they were talking about new theory or new techniques that they would that they have come across to. But you probably will also need to look into what are the new contributions in terms of theoretical or in terms of the impact itself, real impact or the social impact or the social contributions of itself. That is the originality value that it holds. So what is the originality? What does your manuscript able to show the importance of the research of the output itself? So that's originality. So most editors and reviewers will, first and foremost, will be looking into this. If they do not see that, that's reject. So this is a very cruel academic or publication, industry. Yeah. So originality is almost supersede the rest. The rest are very debatable, are very are allowed to consider as a sub tier. Example, is there any research gap from the previous paper that you would like to fulfill in, to complete, to make the puzzle, to complete the puzzle of the research itself? So the extensions of the existing knowledge, to make the research puzzles to be completed by looking into the past research gaps dan sebagainya. So this is also something that reviewer or editors are looking forward to. But again, it's not much as the originality. Yeah. So all these are, the sub level of it. Research methodology, are you is your methodology, is it rigorous enough for your the use of the methods? So when we read about the methods part, we wanted to see what was the methods is rigorous enough, is it robust, that it is, good enough to provide the findings that you claim you have the finding itself. So is it valid? Is it objective? Or normally we will say that, is it robust enough? It doesn't need to be very deep in the methodology. There are even some methods that I've seen, very rare, but there are some methods that I've seen are still using oh my gosh, the quadrant, the 4 quadrants, the strength, the SWOT lah, SWOT analysis, betul, SWOT analysis, SWOT, right? I'm still seeing that, but more rare and rare. So it doesn't really need a very bombastic or very PLS empirical method itself, but the methods that being used must be robust enough, must be um, comprehensive enough to justify your findings. Because in the discussions later, your findings matter. Your discussions are based on the finding, and your findings are based on the methods that are being used. If the methods are not robust enough, are being queried, yeah, then probably your research koyak lah. Kita in bahasa tu kita panggil koyak, right? Koyak already. Because if your method is wrong, findings are probably not reliable enough, and then whatever that you discuss in your finding is no longer important. Yeah. So that's the valid and objective thing. Quality of writing, you can see that, does it communicate well? We do not need to have a very bombastic one, as simple as possible itself. Hence, in the early stage, you will be hearing from me that I'm saying having the proofreading services, this really helps a lot in terms of quality of writings, in terms of the flow of your writing, the paragraph itself, the storytelling of it. That is something that probably you will learn to look into. Argument point normally refers to the discussions. Have you really answered your hypothesis? How many hypotheses that you have in your research? 5, 6, 7, 4, doesn't really matter. But have you really answered each of the hypotheses? After you have answered, does your research compare to your hypothesis? Yes. Then why the finding is yes? Yeah. Why the finding is actually no? So now these are the discussions point that you probably need to spend a lot of times to really write into it. And of course, in the discussions, does your research provides any theoretical contributions? Does your research provide any social or practical, ataupun kita panggil, what you call that, the industry or the practitioner contributions, knowledge, so that in terms of theory, we have a new theoretical knowledge that we can use for the practitioners. There are new implications for them, new knowledge for the practitioners to apply in their day-to-day or in their policy makings or in their banking industry or in the manufacturing industries, and these are important. This is actually the reason why you should be doing your research. Relevancy of the references, and also the latest of the references, any international approach or it's just national approach sahaja, adherence to the scope, aim and scope of the journal. Now this is something that is expected, already expected. So again, you need to follow the journal aim and scopes. Good title, good keyword, and also a well-written abstract. So this is the first part. This is the one that would helps you to get past the desk review. So title and keywords, I think I've mentioned that earlier on. A title is very important, that would give the first impression to the editor, yeah, the editor from title, they already know, they probably can guess what is this research and about, where is the contributions, probably the methods that are being used, and will I accept this title or not, yeah. Then the keyword will basically helps your paper or your manuscripts to have a better visibility. People can find your paper much more easier, much more, in the Google or Google Scholar itself. People can search for your paper, much more easier or much more better in that particular sense. The introductions, which is normally referring to the chapter number one. Chapter number one talking about the problem statements. Why do you do this research at the first place? Has there been any research or any paper that has a similar topic of you? Personally, I think they are. Most of the time they are. If they are, then ask yourself these questions. Why are you doing this research? If there are already other papers out there, what is the research gap that you see where you can you can provide a piece of the puzzle to complete this particular research. So chapter number one are basically talking about all these things, the importance of your research, the problem statement of your research, and then the literature review. Literature review, yeah, you can just do the literature review itself. Always look into more recent literatures as your review. You it is a debate. If I'm there a physical session with you, I'll probably ask you questions. Would you like to have 50 referencings, or would you like to have 20 referencings in your paper? So this is a very good questions or very good discussions topic itself for the literature review, and so and so. You probably will see more and more top journals have less and less referencings and citations, because most of the top journals, they want depth, yeah, they would prefer depth discussion. They do not look into quantity of citations. They look into citations that are important for discussion point, so they don't need to have so many referencings or citations in the top journals. Again, this is a very debatable topics, probably for you to also consider yourself. Chapter number 3, which is referring to the use of the methods. As I was saying again, methods are the key of the method is to ensure the findings, the results are correct. Hence, the focus of your method is to make sure it is robust enough, it is answerable enough, that your findings is accurate. Your tables, your empirical data, your formulas are correct. So that is the methods itself. So explaining why you're using the methods, and robustness on the parameters, the use of different softwares, and different software can produce different results. You probably know this. Different formulas also provide different results, and also different framework. If you're using a certain framework, or you're using the consumer behavior intention framework itself, something like that. So why you're using this? So this is something for you to justify in terms of in details, and so that the reviewer or your interviewer may see the accuracy of your findings. Yeah, the findings or the results over here refers to mainly the formula, the results of your formula, the results of your the use of your methods, of your survey, of your quality, of your quantity, of your mix, of the software itself, and the difference significance of it. So what the significance of these results. You can also put this to compare with the previous research gaps and to see is it any significance or any differences between of them. So that's the result. Discussion is where I would read personally, and that is where the paper is being evaluated as a best paper. If you are familiar with ChatGPT, probably you know that ChatGPT can help you to write. ChatGPT can do wonder, can do amazing job in chapter 1, chapter 2, even chapter 3 as well. Yeah. But ChatGPT can't help you in discussion. Discussion is where you need to answer why do you do this research in the first place? What is the theoretical contributions, social contributions, and where people in the industry can apply into it, who in the academics lines can reuse your results or your research, your discussion points. If you're talking about behavior intentions in marketing itself, there are so many behavior intentions that we're always talking about, and why yours are different with the rest. If you're talking about customer satisfactions, so why your customer satisfactions framework are different with others, and the discussion part of it. So this is the so-called X factor in the conference. For me, if I were to select a best paper, this is where I will be reading the discussion point for me to understand the value of this research itself, where is the contribution is, does your research really answer to the need, to the problems that is occurring right now out there, dan sebagainya. So, and again, top journals will also focusing more and more. They spend less words count in the chapter 1, 2, 3. They spend a lot efforts and also number of words in the discussion format. Last but not least, which is conclusions, just to summarize basically why your research is important, where is the focus of your research itself, just a one word about the findings, and where is the contributions area. So conclusion, just a summary, very simple. So I think with that in mind, once the manuscript is ready with the referencings and citations, read the referencings, have it been complete, then from there you will need to polish your manuscript. Focus more of your efforts and time again in your title, in your abstract. That is actually where it will get you into the desk asset. So from there, we look into the flow of the writing, quality of the writing, the grammar mistakes, as is mentioned here, the spelling mistakes, the transitions, the flow of the paragraph itself. If you focusing on the empirical, if you have a lot of tables and data, relook into that. You don't really, if you're using PLS, I've seen this a lot. If you're using PLS software or using SPSS software, that you can generate a lot of tables, right? Using the SPSS or PLS, you can generate a lot of different tables and parameters. You don't actually need to include all this into the manuscript. Yeah, you don't need to. But if you do make sure all these tables, statisticals, the data itself are accurate, and also it's the latest. The more that you do formula revisions, you probably have miss out which is the latest revision. So as I said, if you have the pocket money, do go for the author services or the proofreading services out there. We also have that in Emerald. We call it Editage. You can use Emerald, Editage. If not, you can also engage any other proofreaders services out there. So once you are ready and you already know which journal that you wanted to submit, go for it. Submit into it. Prepare a cover letter, submit with the cover letter itself. In the cover letter, tell the editors why your manuscript, why your research is important. Two things: importance either to theoretical or to the industry contributions. Second thing, why your research paper or your paper is important to the journal by aligning to the journal aim and scopes. Yeah. So tell the editor in chief why your manuscript is important, and until editor can be convinced that I kena ambil lah, kena ambil paper ni lah, kena ambil paper ni. Even though it's a major revisions, I also want to take in the so for editors to take in the paper, they look into the originality, they look into the contributions, theoretical contributions, or the impact, or the what you call that, the social contributions itself. So everything is ready. Make sure that the author guidelines, the number of words, the aim and scopes are all fits. Then you can submit into it. So once you submit, you can go into the submission portal. Submissions portal most of the times are available on the journal homepage. Example, if you were to come into the journal homepage here, sorry, I apologize. So in journal here, normally you may find the journal submission link just on top on the homepage here, which is called the submit your paper. So once you click submit your paper, you will be brought to the submission portal. Most of the established publishers are using portals. We do not use email. Yeah, we do not use email. So do not email your abstract or your manuscripts to the editors or the guest editor. Always use the system, because by using the systems you can track the status of your manuscript. You can even check the number of days that your manuscript has been stayed in this particular journal. In case that you may find that this journal have taken way too long for you to wait, at least you know how long you wait. You can see all these things from the system. So for the Scholar One manuscripts, you can create an account using your ORCID ID. For me, I'm using my ORCID ID, or you can also log in using your Web of Science ID as well. Yeah. So once you have created an account or you have logged in into it, then under that there are about 6 to 7 categories for you to fill in, and each one of them you may also you have to complete it, every of the field itself. Some may even request you to attach. Yeah. So if you attach, I would strongly suggest to attach the Microsoft Word. Quite some people attach PDF file. Nothing wrong with PDF, but Word would be preferred. And some attach JPEG or picture file. Please do not attach picture file of your manuscript or your abstract. Yeah, that is very weird. So if may, put in your Microsoft files and attach that into it. So I think basically, that would be the last part, which is the revisions. Then we'll go into the question and answer. Yeah. So on the revision side, so for me, I think my objective is really get into peer review. There are two gate that you need to remember. The first one, which is called the desk review. So over here, if I may, from the submission, so once you are ready to submit, so once you submitted to the Scholar One portal, the editor here, or the associate editor, will read mainly the title and also the abstract. Abstract is the one that convince them whether would they want this manuscript in their journal or not. So this particular stage is normally what we call the desk review. So desk review here would look into the title, the abstract, and to understand if your manuscripts apply or suitable to the journal aim and the scopes, to the topics, to the methods that are being used, then and it has a significance, contributions or originality knowledge itself, you may see that the editor will accept and then send it to review over here. But unfortunately, 60%, even 70% of the rejections happens around here. It happens because the title is not attractive enough, the abstract is not strong enough to explain your research. The format of the abstract does not follow the journal. In MORO, you can see our abstracts is called the bullet point abstract. So if you were to submit the one paragraph abstract, straight away the editor will also reject it because it doesn't follow the format of the journal itself. And if it doesn't convince the editor that the manuscript have significant value, then the editor will also reject. Imagine 60-70% of this of the rejections happens over here. Congratulates to the rest of the 30%, 30 to 20% that pass the desk review. The editor will then select two minimum editors to review. So in MORO, currently reviewers are given every journal has a different time frame. Some journals gave their reviewer about 2 weeks times to complete their review. Some journals will give ample times, will give up to 2 months times for the reviewer to complete their first review. So every journals have different time frame. And yeah, so over here, from here the editor will then read the reviewer comments and their reviewer recommendations, whether to accept, whether to reject, or whether to go for minor revisions or major revisions. Over here, of course, all of us, we would pray for our manuscript to be accepted. Yeah. So if it does, then congratulations to you. Once it's accepted, you will then send it to the productions to have your DOI, to have your early site available in Emerald database. Unfortunately, it may goes into the minor revisions, major revisions, or even rejections after the revision itself. So if you get the revisions, please, revision is a good news. Among these three, rejection is the one that you want to avoid. Either it's minor or major revisions, it doesn't really matter. But having a revision, that is a good news. If may try to follow the reviewer comments. If you think that the reviewer do not understand and the reviewer is not the subject matter expert and you are, you may be polite and explain to the reviewer why you do not follow their comment. It is okay not to follow 100% of the review comments because not all reviewers are subject matter expert as you are in your own research itself. So it is okay for it, but be polite and do tell the reviewer or the editor why you think that you are correct in your own way. Yeah. So all these things, the revisions may take one revisions, 2, 3, or 4. Each revisions may take up to 2 months. Imagine, one revisions 2 months. If you have 3 to 4 revisions, that will go about 6 to 8 months already. So this is the circle that you probably have to go through. As long as it does not go into rejections, it's always a good news because hopefully revisions will then lead to the acceptance. So once this is done, then we congratulate you, then it will go into the submissions. All in all, this is a peer review process itself. As I said, getting the request for revisions is a very, very good news here. Always be punctual at the deadline given by editor. If possible, submit earlier. Submit your revision as early as possible. If not, on the deadline itself. Then, if you, as I said, if you disagree, not all reviewer are the subject matter experts. So if you disagree, that is all right. Just explain to the editor or the reviewer why you are standing on your ground. Yeah. So, but if you do not understand the reviewer comments, sometimes the reviewer comments is not that clear, yeah. But that's also okay. Just write back to the editor and ask for clarity. What does the reviewer means? What does the editor means into it? Last but not least, always meet the revision deadline and also provide a cover letter. It can be a Word file, it can be an Excel file to identify point by point what requests was which has been request for revision. Have you done the revisions? What revision have you done so far? Yeah. So this is very helpful, especially for editor and also reviewer, so that they do not reread again your manuscript. Yeah. So that all these things can be in a fast pace and also precise. However, if your paper is rejected, well, yeah, we can cry for 1 week or 1 month itself, but nevertheless, life goes on. Try again. If you want to try to the same journal, you can ask the same journal if you can resubmit again. If not, in Emerald we have the manuscript transfer service. You do not need to pay. It is an internal process where the editor will suggest you to other journals under the Emerald itself. So once your paper is rejected, probably you will be referred to another marketing journal in under Emerald. You will probably need to change, to have some minor changes of your manuscript or to improve your manuscript so that it applies to the new journal, to the second journal, aim in scopes, to the methods that it use. Again, you can always learn from the rejections because the rejections would give comments for improvement, and hopefully that improvement will help you to improve the paper better and to submit to the same tier, or if not, even a higher tier journal. I think all in all, that would be that. This is where the publisher will do. Publisher once have gotten the acceptance of the paper, publisher will then cover the productions. So this is all the productions which is technical. You can read this on your own, and basically that would be the end of the particular question, I think. Yep. If you would need to contact me, you can get my contacts over here, or you can get my contact from Imran, Ali Imran, or from the library itself. Library also have my email and my contact number. You can contact me directly. Not too sure would we need to have a group photo, but I think we are here at this junction where if there's any there's any questions from the floor. Really appreciate Sir Saravanan for all the good questions that are coming in from you. Thank you so much. Question number 1. How can we increase our citations? Very good question. I love this. I publish in Emerald Publishing. The title is Exploring Factors Influencing Service Trade-off in the Higher Education Sector. Evidence from Malaysia. So far, 250 downloads. If I may, can I just quickly check this out?
Can, no problem.
Oh, thank you. Let me just go into here. I'll just copy and paste the title here. And this is the one, right? Whoa. So it has been published since it has been first published at Early Sight in May 2022. So the issue has then been assigned in October 2022, which is quite fast. I always got this apa tu? We got this dissatisfaction from the author. They said, "Hey, Emerald has a very late issue date." But for you, it's not too bad though. In the same year, May, June, July, August, September, October, about 6 month times. Not too bad. So yeah, 250 downloads over here, and this from International Quality of Service Sciences. Service Sciences. All right. So I think your first question is about to increase in citations, increase citations and also increase the visibility of your article. There are a few ways. Most there is a before and after. But let me go into the more general approach would be by constantly promoting the particular article, either in LinkedIn or in Facebook, in social media, or with the peers. I think that is the first surface level to actually promote into it. Then that is on the personal level. I think there's one called Kudos previously, KUDOS. So you can also promote these particular articles to that itself. Then the more advanced level, before or after, before mainly before before you submit your manuscript itself, some strategy for the citations is to include papers from top tiers journals in your manuscript. So I have not read yet. I'm probably going to read this during the weekend itself. I may not able to give a exact answers to it, but from here, well, there's a lot of references here. So from here, in all these references or the citations that you had in your manuscript, some referencings that probably you would like to include in your next paper is top journals in that particular field. So if this is a marketing or in the services, right? Services theory. So in the services theories, some journals in services theory that you have include. So that actually able to help to attract citations from there on. So when people look into top cited from that particular journals or articles from there, that will also relates back into Google Scholar. You will see that this is also cited in the others article. That will also hopefully give you some visibility of people looking into your citations. The other one thing would be from here. Okay, so this title from here is exploring factors influencing service trade-off in higher education sectors, evidence from Malaysia itself. So this is a good title that coming from the Malaysia evidence, and probably people that readings are there could be a lot of people that could be reading, but people that may be reading this article probably falls into either these two categories. Number one, people that actually looking into the services and also in the higher education segment. Number two, Malaysian people that will be reading into it. Would people out from the Malaysians would be interested to read this? Yes, when they would wanted to look more into the services trade-off or the methods that you are being used. If you have any introductions of a new methods or techniques in this itself, then that's also will attract citations. But if this is exploration, sorry, if this is evaluations or literature review, normally you do not see much reads or downloads or maybe citations into it. So yeah, I also don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that is
No, I
actually for
understand. Thanks a lot.
no. That second, how can I find out how many people have cited my paper? Oh, how can I find out how many people cited my paper? Either by Google Scholar or by apa tu? Google Scholar or by Scopus. So if in the Google Scholar can see by paper, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Alamak. From Google Scholar, you can see how many people has been cited in this particular paper. So, example, if I may, sir, allow me to borrow your name, yeah?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
just, so from here, if I were to copy paste this, UAW Malaysia. So if I were to search here, then I I do remember we can search by title, but let's say I'll do search by the author itself, then
First,
the article would be this one, right? Yep.
yes,
So
correct.
this is article itself. So over here, if you can see from here,
None.
currently no yet, none yet from the Google Scholar. So this is actually one way to search that. The second way, which is from the Scopus. There are so many things that we can use in Scopus. If there's questions about how to use the Scopus, then also let me know. Then author. Yep, search by authors or document pun boleh juga ataupun author pun boleh. So let's see the title. Sorry, document. Search document. So this is one. So from here you can see the
Yeah.
citations for Scopus is also
Zero.
not yet, yeah. So zero. So yeah, this is some of the ways. Google Scholar Google Scholar, Scopus, and Climate Analytics is also the same. So once you log into it, search by the article level, or if there's no article level searching, you can search by the author. Then you can see from there. So this is one of the way to do that.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I learned something new.
Thank you. I also learned this from other Sifu.
William, your email is at wloh@emerald dot.
Sorry?
Your email address?
Email address. One moment. My email address would be here. Sorry. Did I? Uh, Let me just read here. Yep. WLOH
Okay.
at emerald.com.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, William.
No,
Thanks
not
for
at
your
all.
sharing.
Not at all. Thank you. To the others participants itself, is there anything that you would like to know or you like to discuss, ask if you're still around? Or if I may, Imran, Ali Imran, not normally
Yes,
in
yes.
the, hey brother, just cari you apa tu gossip ya. Kita cakap. So normally in teaching and learning, what would be the questions that you would receive from the faculty members? Example, what would be the common questions that you would hear ataupun receive from the difficulties?
So far, wait, is there any question there? No. Okay.
Those have been there. Dr. Saravanan, is there
Yeah,
any KPI for publication KPI in UOW Malaysia?
yeah, we have the KPI here.
What is the KPI like?
If not mistaken, 60% of our work is based on the research publication, conference, research grant for academics.
Okay. Do
So it's
you have?
depending on the levels also, lecturer, senior
I
lecturer,
see.
associate professor, and so
I
when
see.
you're going higher level, the research component KPI is much more higher.
Yeah, true. Yeah. How about the scopus? Example, do you need to publish like one scopus, two scopus in a year? Is there any mandatory for that?
There is not any mandatory, but what we do is we need to select a good journals and listed by ABDC.
PDC, all right. Yeah.
So based on that, and then
Mm,
based on that, we will determine the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4.
mm,
And for Q4, there's no marks under ABDC.
mm.
Sorry, for the double A CSB accreditation,
Yeah.
Q4 is
ABTC.
not counted. So
Oh,
Q4
I
is not
see.
counted. So
Okay.
Q3 is a 5 marks, Q2 is a 10 marks, Q1 is a 20 marks.
I see. Wow. Oh, okay. Not too bad though. I thought most private and public university in Malaysia they would implement so-called one or two scopers in a year basis. So far I think UOW, I think APU also belum ada lagi. APU also haven't got the KPI yet. So there's a push and pull factor lah in this particular itself. So
My last question, another question, Mr. William.
no problem.
Can I share my what do you call it? My view. Wait,
Sure, I'll stop sharing. I'll let you share that. Yep.
wait, I share screen. Okay. Can you see this?
One moment. Yes, this is a scholar one.
Yes, we
moment.
can see.
Yeah.
This is another paper I submitted to the same journal. What is it? The International Journal of Quality and Service Science, and
Right.
it was recently rejected. This is a conceptual paper.
Mm.
Just now you mentioned that we actually can get some information from the editor that we can resubmit to the another paper, another publication. So how actually we have to go on that?
Right. I think this is a desk reject, right?
No. It's after peer review.
This has been reviewed. Oh, okay.
So you can see that it was created in submitted on 3rd September, and then it was rejected 14 April.
Wow.
And
Wow.
editor is the one.
One year.
Editor is the one who rejected the paper.
I see. Is there any reasons given by the editor for the particular rejections?
No, he sent us a very good email. No, it's a very pleasure. Now the paper is on an editor's hand or something like that. After a week later, I got the rejection. What do you call it? Status here.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. For just now, when I mentioned about the manuscript transfer service, manuscript transfer service simply means that if one of the journal have rejected the manuscript, the editor of the first journal would then it's not a required lah, would then willingly suggest others journals to actually submit that. So in this particular understanding, it really depends on the first journal editor will does she or he would recommend other journals to the author. So if she does not recommend it, then the manuscript transfer services doesn't work.
Okay, I understand.
So
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
no, not at all. Yeah.
So
Not at all.
now I need to look for something like, because that one is actually tier 2 publication. So
Mm,
maybe I need to look into the other tiers to
yeah.
resubmit. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. SLR. Actually, SLR is a little bit risky in the recent year because I cannot say this for all people, but from the experience, from the chatting with others, journal editors from this particular region, even if not in Emerald only, others publishers as well, journal editors, they would try to avoid having too many SLR in their journal.
Okay.
Yeah, because SLR, how should I say that? The pro, the benefit of having SLR is actually to have more, example is a listing. It provide a good listings, a good referencings. Some we even provide, a bibliometrics approach for them to understand the past trend, the current trend, and also the future trend itself. And this in the old days have been used to attract a lot of citations, a lot of citations. However, in terms of the contribution value of a SLR, is not it's not the first priority. It only, only doing a evaluation of the past and providing a forecasted trends or keywords for the coming years, which is also debatable, and also, debatable in sense that it's not always the correct one as well. So yeah, I just I apologize to you first. So sorry, brother.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no, no,
I,
it's
I,
okay.
I'm not discouraging SLR. I'm just sharing my view from my chit chatting with the others
Thanks a lot.
editors as well. Yeah, on the accepting of SLR paper. It was very good, for the citations, to attract citations. SLR is actually very good.
Mm,
But most of the journals in the recent years that I see, s- yeah, less and less lah. Semakin kurang.
okay.
Mm.
Thanks a
Ah,
lot. Thanks a lot.
no, apology or apologize for that. Yeah. Right. If there's nothing else, probably we can, um um call an end to today sessions. If it's all right with everyone, and also Ali, if it then we shall call this an end. Right. um Ali, Imran, if you are still around. Oh, no at all. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Really appreciate that. Yeah. Ali, not sure if you're still around here. Maybe it's not. So
Thank you.
if Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll probably, just going to call this as an end. Thank you for all of you that joining the sessions. Thank you for your time in listening to it. If there's any opportunity for collaborations, for discussions, for questions, feel free. I would prefer you to WhatsApp me, because sometimes I may not reply email as soon as possible. WhatsApp me, that would be fine. Or give me a call, that would be fine as well. If there's anything that I could provide some ideas or some advices, or just to make new friends around, this is something that I probably would be able to do that. With that, I would like to say thank you to all, and also Teaching and Learning, and also Library from UOW Malaysia for organizing the sessions. And thank you all of you for joining these particular sessions too. With that, happy Friday. Happy holiday for next week too. And thank you so much. See you all in the next session. Okay. Thank you. I'll put it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Imran, yeah. Thank you,
All right,
thank you for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cannot open my camera.
Tak apa,
uh,
okay je, okay je.
all
Alright.
right.
Thank you again, thank
So,
you. Okay, happy Friday,
sure. Happy
happy
holiday
weekend,
as
New Year.
well.
Happy holiday
See you
too.
next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
See you. Bye.